Well, hey, we're the Frye Family Band, and we're so excited to be a part of the Shaken Not Stirred Women's Conference. So thanks so much to Shelley and the team that done all the hard work in this season of COVID. And we wish we could be with you in person, but we're glad that it works for us to do this virtually. And we just hope to encourage you a bit today with some of our music. So thanks for listening.
Faithful in the great unknown, you keep your promise in the night. Your whisper carries through the wilderness when it's dark. You're my light, and I will trust, though I cannot see this road ahead, where you are leading me. My wandering heart looks to you, my King. Oh, I fix my eyes on the things unseen. Oh, I fix my eyes on the things unseen. I am weary in this barren land. Your word renews my soul. Fearful, you're a steady hand. I will take hold, and I will trust, though I cannot see this road ahead, where you are leading me. My wandering heart looks to you, my King. Oh, I fix my eyes on the things unseen. Oh, I fix my eyes on the things unseen. I will not lose heart. Things unseen. I will not lose heart. On the things unseen. I will not lose heart. On the things unseen. I will not lose heart. And I will trust, though I cannot see this road ahead, where you are leading me. My wandering heart looks to you, my King. Oh, I fix my eyes on the things unseen. Oh, I fix my eyes on the things unseen. Oh, I fix my eyes on the things unseen. Oh, I fix my eyes on the things unseen.
And this is another song from our Things Unseen project called Full Moon.
He said, put down your burden, your heavy load. Give rest to your aching and weary bones. The sun might be hidden, but lift up your eyes. The proof of my presence shines the brightest at night. So let the trumpet roar, strike up a melody. Here in the secret place, you came to meet with me. Where clouds and thunder roll, He made His mercies new. He made His presence known. In the light of the moon, He made His presence known. In the light of the pick up your pen. What I have to say you should not forget. When silence surrounds you, remember it lies. The proof of my presence shines the brightest at night. So let the trumpet roar, strike up a melody. Here in the secret place, you came to meet with me. Where comes the thunder roar, he made his mercy soon. He made his presence known. In the light of the moon, he made his presence known. In the light of the sorrows and fill up my soul. Take my feet to follow wherever you go. You take all my sorrows and fill up my soul. Take my feet to follow wherever you go. So let the trumpet roar, strike up the melody. Here in the secret place, you came to meet with me. Where comes the thunder roar, he made his mercies new. He made his presence known. In the light of the moon, he made his presence known. In the light of the moon.
Well, this season has been a little crazy for all of us, and I'm thankful for the truth that Monet just sang, and I'm also thankful for the truth in this next song, that God will never leave us or forsake us, that he's always with us in spite of circumstance, and that truth, his truth, remains with us no matter what. Even in these dark and lonely days, when hope seems lost and trouble takes its place, and we wonder if we are to blame, this truth remains. This truth remains. God is faithful, our God is good, our constant comfort, our hope secure. Though the answer's not always sure, our God is faithful, our God is good. He's the same today as yesterday. No struggle's big enough to take its place, so we can rest in his unchanging grace. This truth remains. This truth remains. Our God is faithful. Our God is good. Our constant comfort, our hope secure. Though the answer's not always sure, our God is faithful, our God is good. In this truth we will In this truth we will rest. Come what may, we will say, God is faithful, our God is good, our constant comfort, our hope secure. Though the answer's not always sure, our God is faithful, our God is good. Though the answer's not always sure, our God is faithful, our God is good. Well, I'm thankful for that truth, that God is faithful in spite of circumstance. It's been a rough year for probably everybody listening, in some way or another, in some form or fashion. Even if our circumstances haven't changed, there's been this elevated sense of anxiety and the realization that we're not as in control as we thought we were. And that those things that we seek to bring us peace and comfort outside of the Lord can be gone in a moment. This next song is a song that I wrote for some friends of ours who last year were expecting their first child. And it was a child that was coming a little later in life. And they were so excited. And they went to the ultrasound to find out if they were having a little boy or a little girl. And they found out that they were having a little girl, but that her brain was not developing like it should be. And the doctor said, if you carry this little girl to term, she will only live for a few hours. And they prayed and prayed and prayed, but the doctor was right. This little girl's life was complete in just a few hours. And we can't make sense of those type of things on this side of heaven. But God is greater than our ability to understand. He's greater than our pain, and he takes that pain on us. And I believe that it grieves the heart of the Father. And we have an enemy who wants to hurt, steal, kill, and destroy, the Bible says. But Jesus came that we may have hope, and we can rest in that, as we sang before and as this song continues to remind us. Be okay, knowing I am not okay. And choose instead to believe you're greater than this suffering. I've had to fight the urge to hide, then give up and justify. Of all the reasons why, and just believe that you are greater than my greatest need. Yes, you are greater than this pain that wants to hide the truth from me. It takes all my strength. I pray now for your will, for I know whatever comes my way, you're greater still. In spite of trial and tragedy, your grace gives me the strength to. There's somehow still beyond all this, there's purpose I may never know. But you would never let me down. So how can I not trust you now? Though this pain drives me to wanna die, still I believe that you are greater than my greatest need. Yes, you're greater than this pain that wants to hide the truth from me. And though it takes all my strength, I pray now for your will. For I know whatever comes my way, you're greater still. So give me eyes to see sweetness in their suffering. But it keeps reminding me I'm not home just yet. No, I'm not home just yet. So keep reminding me that you are greater than my greatest need. Yes, you are greater than this pain that wants to hide the truth from me. And though it takes all my strength, I pray now for your will. For I know whatever comes my way, you are greater still. Though it takes all my strength, I pray now for your will. For I know whatever comes my way, you are greater still. For God and family, they pledged all of their love, a real life fairy tale, or so it seemed. Secrets forsake vows when lies leave nothing else to trust, and better brew far worse than they dreamed. Joy seems like a memory, and peace an unanswered prayer. And all the words a man could speak would never be enough to make any sense of all of this. But there's hope in the broken places, the river that is running with amazing grace. Through his kindness, his love and greatness, the Father has found every part of this pain. He hears every cry, he calls you by name to bring hope in the broken places. Death will have no stinging time, and brokenness will heal. 'Cause one day all that's wrong will be made right. Then pain will be a memory, and peace an answer to prayer. All the words that ever were would never be enough to make any sense of all of this. But there's hope in the broken places, a river that is running with amazing grace. Through his kindness, his love and greatness, the Father has felt every part of his pain. He hears every cry. He calls you by name to bring hope in the broken places. Sometimes the words we want to say are full of truth, but sound cliche. I'll sit with you, you're hurting too. Still we know. Still we know. There is hope in the broken places. A river that is running with amazing grace. Through his kindness, his love and greatness, the Father has felt every part of his pain. He hears every cry. He calls you by name to bring hope in the broken places. Broken places. Oh, there is hope in the broken places. Each of these songs that we sang, the last few, have to deal with, just struggling in darkness and brokenness. And we live in a fallen world, and our awareness, I think, has definitely been amplified to that reality in 2020. But there's an important truth in that reality, and that is that the enemy seeks to use our brokenness to define us. We begin to think that we are our brokenness, and he speaks those words into our heads. Maybe it's abuse that we've suffered. Maybe it's mistakes that we've made, or maybe it's things that just have happened to us just because of the fallenness in which we live. I just want to encourage you not to allow your brokenness to define you, because only God gets the privilege of doing that. And somewhere in the midst of this next song, maybe you'll find yourself. And I hope if you remember one thing that we've shared today, it is the message in this song. Freedom, the kind that pulls you from the brink again. To the bitter, he's compassion, who understands your struggle to forgive. To the fearful, he's a fortress where you can can run and hide and know you're safe. To the lonely, He's the one friend. No, you're never gonna chase away. So it don't matter who you think you are, and it don't matter what you're up against, 'cause there is hope and there is peace in this. All that matters now is who God is. To the skeptic, He is gracious. He's not afraid of all the questions you may ask. To the outcast, He's the welcome. To the table where the least are not the last. To the angry, He's the water that overwhelms the rage you can't contain. To the quitter, He is faithful to cheer you on and keep you in the rain. So it don't matter who you think you are, it don't matter what you're up against, 'cause there is hope and there is peace in this. All that matters now is who God is. Everything you know you lack, and what you're sure you'll never have, He is. Everything you know you lack, and what you're sure you'll never have, He is. He is. He is. It don't matter who you think you are, it don't matter what you're up against, 'cause there is hope and there is peace in this. All that matters now is who God is. 'Cause there is hope and there is peace in this. All that matters now is who God is. Only God gets the privilege of defining who we are. And that is the good news of the gospel. Anyone who's doubted, backs against the wall, prayed 1,000 prayers, you don't think He's heard it all. The pressure's unrelenting, time is running out on you. There's good news, there's good news. Anyone who's hurting, wants to run and hide the questions and regrets eat you up inside. You tried to escape it, it's a mess you can't undo. Oh, there's good news, there's good news. Even through the valley of the shadow, even there you never walk alone. You've never been forsaken or forgotten. He'll never stop loving you. Even when it's darkest, that's good news. Anyone who's praying, miracle will come. Hoping against hope that God is not yet done. Just stand again, believing. If you're breathing, He's not through. Oh, there's good news. Oh, there's good news. Even through the valley of the shadow, walk alone. Never been forsaken or forgotten. He'll never stop loving you. Even when it's darkest, so keep on walking through the wilderness. Keep believing through the pain. If you fall 1,000 times, just get back up again. 'Cause there's good news, there's still good news. Even through the valley of the shadow, even there you never walk alone. You've never been forsaken or forgotten. He'll never stop loving you. Even when it's darkest, that's good news. Even when it's darkest, that's good news. Well, I hope that that truth resonates with you throughout this conference and throughout the rest of the year. God is always with us. He never leaves us or forsakes us, and that is good, good news. Be encouraged today. Thanks so much for listening.